What's up, guys? Happy Monday to you. It's the start of a brand new week. We have a quote today from Ian H. Murray, who was a British pastor and author. And he once wrote this: "Faithfulness to God is our first obligation in all that we are called to do in the service of the gospel." Faithfulness to God is our first obligation in all that we are called to do in the service of the gospel. Now, I can appreciate this as another pastor, um, because as a pastor saying this, what he's saying is that God, our faithfulness to God, supersedes everything else. Now, as a pastor, I can relate because a lot of times I've been guilty of this. I know other pastor friends of mine have shared this as well. That we can be faithful to God so that we can have a good sermon to preach, so that we can have an encouraging word to offer, so that we can lead the people of God, and actually lose sight of the fact that it's a personal relationship with God, that it's my faithfulness to God, and out of that overflows everything else. And the same is true in all these other things. You know, you might be called to be a great worker or a great parent, or a great spouse, but your faithfulness to God is actually going to nourish and bring life to all of those other areas. And sometimes we get it backwards. Sometimes we mistake what we're supposed to do. But our first and foremost primary calling is to be faithful to God. And then out of that, we become useful and serviceful or serviceable to the gospel work that God has for us. So let your week be kind of infused with that direction. Let God speak. Let the Holy Spirit guide you this week. Be faithful to Him first, and then let that kind of inform and let that kind of bring nourishment to every other dimension, every other aspect of life that God has for you. We'll see you guys tomorrow.